DVPW Deadly, and this special exhibition match is brought to us tonight in part by the Jerome Genome Show. Check out our new episode here on Jerome Genome. Super hot chicks who inexplicably love short, quirky, bald men. And don't forget to check out our previous episode, I Love the Blue People. That's the Jerome Genome Show, and if you think you have something hot and spicy for us here on Jerome Genome, give us a call at 555-6969. Call now. Good evening, ladies and germs. I'm Garrison Kale.
And I'm Barry Booger Sugar Barowitz.
And this is Death Valley Pro Wrestling Deadly, coming to you live from Trebuchet with our brand new pay-per-view, The Reign of Blood. And can anyone in this death tournament possibly dethrone our current reigning champion of Crimson Mask? Or will the pot get even larger as he continues to reign supreme? The Sanguine Sorcerer waits in the wings. But first, we have a very special, extra exhibition match lined up for you before the tournament tonight, folks, between the members of Mouth and the Maniacs, this new hot band that's been causing a lot of trouble in a lot of towns. And apparently, two of the members have beef, and they've decided to settle it in the ring.
Yeah, that's right, they're fighting over who's gonna have creative control going forward in the future. And considering that they were, front and center at that bombing in Morningstar last week, I'd say that creative control really matters. Who was the one who decided to write that song that instigated Synthcorp? Was it Mouse, or was it the ever, rebel, punk, anarchist, Suicide, Eustace Whatbane, the one who blew up that thing what was it,
It was a factory. It was like 30 years ago. A lot of people lost their lives. It was a very, very sad and tragic event.
Yeah, that's right. So who's gonna come up on top? Is it gonna be Mouth? Or is it gonna be, Suicide?
I don't know, but I'm eager to find out. Let's go. I think we got a very special matchup lined up for us tonight, folks. This grudge match for creative control of Mouth and the Maniacs between the lead singer and the bass player, both extreme driving forces behind the band so far. The two key members, if you would.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be an absolute bloodbath. These guys, instead of tearing each other apart somewhere else over this, decided to be men and handle it in the ring, live here in Trebuchet for our entertainment. And I must say, I am thoroughly entertained. And speaking of entertainment, I've been thinking about that commercial for Jerome Genome. I'm thinking about giving that number a call.
Oh yeah, and what kind of perverted thing could you possibly be trying to get on that show for?
Oh, no, you got me all wrong, Garrison. This isn't for me, it's for you, because, your very risque relationship with your mother.
We really gotta be getting with the mother jokes right off rip. Come on, man. This is absolute bullshit.
Yeah, well, you know what? I just couldn't help but be reminded of the controversy by that commercial that you did for Jerome Genome.
Yeah, well, let's just kind of focus on the match before I tear your eyes out.
You're a pacifist. What are you gonna do?
I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I can tell you what these men are gonna do. They're gonna beat the hell out of each other in this ring tonight. Suicide getting whipped to the ropes there by Mouth. Mouth with those long, sharp claws just gouging at Suicide's face there. Suicide trying to hit him by taking off his own head. He is able to remove his body parts, being dead, but Mouth hitting him with the mass terror, just scaring him and then wrapping him up with a choke and barfing in his mouth. Oh, absolutely disgusting.
Ugh. Oh, I think Oh, I just puked in my mouth a little bit. Oh, better do some more cocaine. Oh, yeah.
Can you keep that away from me? I feel like SynthCorp's got their eyes peering down on us on this very minute.
Oh, just shut up. Just shut up. And have a little bit of fun. We've got a great pay-per-view tonight. We've got a great set of matches, starting with this one. And of course, we're gonna find out if Crimson Mask can be dethroned from his, throne of blood during his reign of terror with the 3 million gold pot that has been, just creeping up and up as no one is able to dethrone this guy.
And a big brainbuster there by Suicide, followed by a head drop, and once again trying to hit him with that spinning head, but Mouth is just too quick for that, and Mouth once again into the mass terror, circling around him like a predator, and they lock up and into an exchange of blows, lefts and rights, elbows and claws, but Suicide comes out on top. Suicide, more of a striker, with that headbutt right to the testicles, and then a headbutt right to the head. He sure does know how to use his head, doesn't he, Barry?
Oh, you had to go for the low-hanging fruit, didn't you? Well, let me tell you something about low-hanging fruit. You're a motherfucker.
Shut the hell up. And we got a big sinking of the teeth. Those rotten green teeth into the skull of Suicide there, followed by a choke suplex, but Suicide popping up in his feet much quicker, that undead endurance. And then a flying dropkick right to the face of Mouth there. And then taunting, he's just taunting with that head spin, but he regrets it by getting another puke to the face by Mouth. Mouth just regurgitating corrosive acid and then sinking his teeth once again into the head of Eustace Whitebane.
Oh, don't let him hear you call that too often. It's Suicide with a dirty trick. The 1, 2, 3, 4, replacing Mouth's head temporarily with his own head, followed by the coffin drop.
But both men too tired there. That is Suicide's finishing maneuver. He going for it early, but he just could not capitalize, and he gets his balls headbutted in, and we do have confirmation that he does still have the package. So all low blows are effective as he dives down and his arms go through the ground and then trip up Mouth there, utilizing that undead anatomy.
And then Mouth there with some vicious strangling headbutts, followed by, once again to the balls.
And we'll be right back, folks. DVPW Deadly and this grudge match is brought to us tonight in part by Dr. BBQ. Chew the Q. Try our new sweet teriyaki human veal on store shelves near you soon. And soon coming from Dr. BBQ, try our new big chewin' baby seal rinds in sour cream and onion, salt and vinegar, and jalapeno. That's Dr. BBQ. Chew the Q. And we're back, ladies and germs, with this grudge match over creative control of Mouth and the Maniacs between Mouth and Suicide here, with their hit song Find Hope bringing hope to and uniting the masses, but their newest track, Burn It All Down, causing mass carnage and destruction in Morningstar last week. We find ourselves grieving the poor folks at Morningstar, and here at DVPW, we do shout out to all the lives lost.
Oh, you and your shout-outs. Why don't you just chill out, man? We're having a good time. We're partying. We're having this pay-per-view. It's the Reign of Blood. Come on, man. Just get with it, dude. We got these two party dudes fighting it out, man, and I am partying myself, too, and it is just party time.
What do we got going on here? Mouth doing something. A big spider suplex off the rope. He's doing some kind of odd twisting and contorting of his body, and then just a massive face plant directly to his dome, and then he pukes. I think he kind of used up a lot of energy on that. Both men down for a while. Mouth finally back on his feet, followed by Suicide, and Suicide glancing out of the way there, and then hitting him with the head trauma. Once again, using that undead anatomy. And then those steel-toed boots just dropping them into the stomach of Mouth, followed by a headbutt. Mouth tossing a few forks out, trying to keep his distance, and then once again striking fear into the black heart of Suicide, and then tripping him up. But Suicide reverses with a heel right to the face, that steel-covered heel on that boot. He came prepared with those boots.
Yeah, but Mouth came prepared with his anatomy. He's got those teeth, he's got those claws. I heard he can unhinge his jaw and swallow things whole, but we'll have to... That remains to be seen as the match goes on.
And once again, barfing in the mouth of Suicide. Suicide probably happy that he does not have an active digestive system. And then once again, those rotten green teeth being sunken into the head of Suicide, right through those 3D glasses.
And the elbow drops, literally, and Suicide picks it back up. And then once again, another skull drop, followed by a falling headbutt.
And then he goes for a dropkick but whiffs it, and Mouth taunting him for the hubris of his overextension, and Mouth off the ropes, but Suicide dodges, but he does not dodge that fork. And then Suicide with a headbutt attempt, and another headbutt, which lands, and he's going after it. Headbutt. Oh, but he catches a heel. Mouth waiting to strike at the perfect time. Mouth seems to be a bit more calculated, perhaps a bit smarter of a fella than Mr. Eustace Suicide Whitebane.
Yeah, but Suicide's got all the power of a punk rock man as he flapjacks Mouth right on his face. Hoo yeah! Let me tell you something. Mouth face, just got squished in once again with the head trauma there. That dirty little trick that only Suicide seems to be capable of doing. And then he drives both of his heels, those steel heels on those boots, right into Mouth's head. Both men whiffing attacks there. And then Suicide with that striking of his head, and then diving down with the stomp. Those boots stomping down, and then taunting. Just taunting before taking some time to catch a breather. Oh! And a little swift jab that catches Mouth perfectly on the chin. And then Suicide once again with those steel-toed boots. And the coffin drop. Oh, could this be it, folks? Oh, both men seem too tired. Suicide unable to capitalize on his finishing maneuver there. And Mouth coming back now with a choked suplex. And sinking those teeth. Once again, sinking those teeth right into Suicide. Trying to scrape what little flesh he has left off his bones. You know, maybe he'll be a little cleaner after this match.
And a headbutt. A crawling headbutt right to the gonads. But Suicide counters with a chin crusher there. And then once again getting cocky. Suicide ever the cocky one. And then a big sleeper drop.
Yeah, Suicide is a cocky bastard. Mouth seems to be a bit more mindful, but he's also a lot weirder. Suicide, you know, he's easy to figure out.
Oh, and a big Suicide eating that nightmare facebuster from Mouth.
But yeah, anyway, Suicide, he's easier to figure out. He's a simple man. He's all about fighting Synthcorp and being punk. Mouth, he's like got depth and complexity to his character or something. Like, what an asshole. Who needs that? Party time, 24/7. Yeah, baby, woo! Who needs depth to their character? I do cocaine.
Yes, you do cocaine, Barry, and you're about as deep as a puddle.
Well, you know what? At least, I'm not leaving puddles of semen all over my mother's face, like you.
Barry, I'm gonna put a hit out on you one of these days if you don't shut your mouth, you short, ugly little gremlin.
Yeah, well, I might be short, you know, but at least I'm not gonna end up on an episode of, you know, good old-fashioned Jerome Genome, hosted by that handsome gnome. You know, a very, very handsome gnome. And speaking of commercials, did you, you know, what are you thinking about that sweet teriyaki human veal? Sweet teriyaki? That's vomit-inducing. Ugh.
Wait, you're telling me that the flavor is where you draw the line?
Well, yeah, I mean, who likes sweet teriyaki? That's just fucking disgusting.
You have some serious unresolved issues that you're probably never going to resolve because you have the IQ of an insect, and Suicide looking to have a similar IQ, catching another headbutt. And these two men, once again exchanging blows. Suicide with the big revolution kick. The revolution kick, but Mouth, oh, Mouth! The bottomless pit just eating him. Oh, spitting him back up, he pukes. Oh, he pukes from the whole ordeal, both men using up so much energy. Oh my god, this has just been an absolute slobber knocker. DVPW Deadly and this Battle of Wills is brought to us tonight by Dr. BBQ. Chew the Q. And for those vegetarian vegans, try our new Dr. BBQ. I can't believe it's not human. All the same taste of a regular human, but none of the guilt. Chew the Q. Dr. BBQ. Also try our grass-fed Soylent Green. That's Dr. BBQ. Taste it. And we're back once again, ladies and germs, with the Reign of Blood pay-per-view, only on DVPW. And we're back with this match here. We've got a grudge match, Battle of Wills, between Suicide and Mouth over creative control and the general fallout their band has been having. We have Suicide getting whipped to the ropes, but he hangs himself up, and then some more attacks with his skull, and Mouth going through the legs and then bringing him down, and then some headbutts of his own, just raining blows there on Suicide. Trying to make a statement, I think. Trying to leave a mark. Oh, as he tried and crack this jawbone there on Suicide with that jawbreaker. That vile, nasty jawbreaker. And Suicide, again, still going with the strikes of the head. And another exchange of blows between these men. And this time, Mouth coming out on top, but Mouth all tuckered out, falls to his feet. But Mouth, once again, with them headbutts, raining blows, trying to split that skull wide open, leave a mark, a crack, a hole, like the hole in his heart that's been left by the bombing in Morningstar. And another nasty headbutt, the ectoplasm of Suicide spewing all over the place. Both men have been bleeding profusely throughout the match, of course. Suicide being undead is bleeding ectoplasm. Mouth, I'm not sure quite what he is, but he does bleed red like the rest of us.
I heard that actually he's called a whatchamacallit. Because you don't know what the hell to call it. He's some kind of weird albino creature. I don't know what the hell he is. You know, he resembles, like, I don't even know what he resembles. Like some kind of cave-dwelling animal or something.
Yeah, honestly, that is a pretty insightful thing for you to say, Barry, but don't let it get to your head.
Oh, don't worry. I got plenty more going to my head as it is. With all these drugs that I've been doing, let me tell you.
Yeah, you're really stinking it up in here with the stinkweed and whatever the hell else you're doing.
Yeah, well, at least I'm not as disgusting as that. Like, seriously, like, Mouth literally puking vile vomit in the face of Suicide there, and then just clawing him in the face. Rapid series of strikes with the fingernails, his long painted red fingernails, and then once again with the fingernails, and then to the balls, and then to the balls. This has been a very ball attack intensive match. And here in DVPW, many things are legal, including low blows, steel-toed boots, and biting them with your teeth that may very well cause an infection to your average wrestler, but not to Suicide, because he's dead, baby. Punk rock.
Are you seriously voting for Suicide in this match? Like, I know you typically vote for heels, but he is just a bastard. Like, he'd be lucky to stay in the band after this match. The Milfmen have agreed to keep each other in the band afterwards, but the creative control is the key card here, and Mouth wanting to go forward with a more peaceful stance, but Suicide wanting to keep burning it all down, just like his song. And oh, speaking of burning it down, look at Mouth, the huge jumping choke bomb. Oh, and a kick out, but Mouth's back on his feet like a cat. Oh, this match could be over any minute, and the head trauma there, just throwing his own head at Mouth. Like,
because I am dead, I can take off my head. Well, apparently because I am dead, my elbow can fall off with the elbow drops there. Takes the head off again, This is how you get ahead in life.
Oh, okay, I see. So you're allowed to make the joke and not get ripped on. But as soon as I do it, you're gonna talk shit.
Yeah, well, that's because you are you, and you asked for it by merely existing in the state of being such a huge goober that you are.
I might be a goober, but at least I'm not a hedgehog-looking, sweaty, hairy, little drug addict.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'd rather be a fat, disgusting, short, sweaty, little drug addict any day than a motherfucker like you.
One of these days, Barry, one of these days.
Yeah, one of these days this match is gonna be over. Suicide with a big old hip toss, and then he's doing some headbanging there. A little bit of taunting, letting mouth know he's forced, and then of course, the head smash.
And an ass-to-mouth, a big ass-to-mouth, one of Mouth's signature maneuvers there, driving his angular ass right into his mouth, and then once again the elbow drops, but Suicide picks it back up. Both men locking up, and then a whip, and Suicide just runs right into Mouth, getting knocked over. Mouth, not a large fellow, but Suicide, I believe, only weighs about 88 pounds, being a skeleton, and then, once again, that dirty trick, replacing Mouth's head with his own, and then making him hit himself.
Yeah, talk about why are you hitting yourself, right? And then a series of headbutts, the strangling headbutts, once again, followed by, once again, right to his nuts.
And he goes for another, some kind of headbutt there, a very strange one, but misses, and Suicide misses 2 drop kicks in a row, and through the legs! Could this be it? The ass buster! The ass buster! The ass buster! Oh my god, and he shat ectoplasm! Oh my god, could this be it? Oh, what's this? Butt munch! Oh my god, and Suicide! He taps out from embarrassment to the butt munch.
Oh, that was... I don't know what that was, but that was something. Even I'm a little set aghast by that.